I was never the jealous type. Never had a reason to be. When you marry someone like Lena, a woman who looks at you like you're the only man alive, you don't waste time imagining betrayal. You just feel lucky, grateful. We've been married 18 years. I met her when she was 23, fresh out of college with a literature degree and dreams of writing novels. I was 28, running a small construction crew. I wasn't flashy, no suits, no boardrooms, but I was solid. I wanted something lasting, a home, a life, a family. She said she wanted that too. We started small, a one-bedroom apartment. Secondhand everything, cheap pizza every Friday night. She backed me through the grind. My long hours, my endless paperwork, the stress that came with running your own business. She helped sort receipts, reminded me to breathe when it all felt like too much. When we finally scraped together enough to buy a little fixer-upper, it felt like a real victory. She chose the tiles. I installed them. She painted. I built. That house became our shared creation, every corner touched by our hands. I thought we were building something together, brick by brick, dream by dream. But just because you build something with someone doesn't mean they won't set fire to it. The signs came quiet, not sudden. Lena had always been present, calm, kind of introspective. But then she started drifting, smiling at her phone in ways that didn't feel innocent, taking longer showers always with her phone nearby, wearing perfume on days she never left the house. I asked her if anything was going on, if something was bothering her. She gave me a soft smile and said, "No, babe, just in my head. You know how I get." And I did know. Lena could be dreamy, deep in thought, so I told myself it was just a passing thing. Still, something in me wouldn't settle. One night, I was out in the garage working late. She didn't know I was still outside. Through the window, I saw the kitchen light flick on. It was close to midnight. She walked in, phone to her ear, laughing, really laughing, in a way I hadn't heard in a long time. That laugh wasn't for me. It was lighter, more playful, like she was someone else for this person on the line. She leaned against the counter, twirled her hair, said, "You're bad," and bit her lip. That little gesture, it told me everything. She'd never done that with me, not even when we were new. Something in me changed in that moment. Not rage, something colder, focused. I didn't want to fight. I wanted the truth. The next morning I got up like nothing was wrong, kissed her on the forehead, told her I'd be working late, but I didn't go to work. I drove to the hardware store and picked up a few small motion-activated cameras. Easy to hide, easy to set up. That night, I told her I was installing a few around the house, said there had been break-ins in the neighborhood. She nodded, half listening, her eyes still glued to her phone. Over the next couple of days, I set up 2 cameras inside, one in the living room, another pointed at the front door from the hallway, synced them to a private cloud, gave it time. I didn't check them every day. I waited. The first week, nothing. The second, I caught a voice, a man's, too faint to make out. Lena was pacing the living room barefoot, glass of wine in hand, her hair down. She looked anxious. Then she smiled. That smile told me I was getting close. Week 3 gave me what I needed. It was a Thursday. I was supposed to be on a job site about an hour out, and she thought I'd be gone till late. Around 2 o'clock in the afternoon, he showed up, mid-30s tall, lean, dress casual, yoga pants, hoodie. He walked in like he belonged. She kissed him at the door, not tentative, not nervous. A kiss with history. He had takeout Thai. I heard her say, "You remembered?" He replied, "I always do." Then they curled up on the couch, my couch, and fed each other bites like teenagers. That was the moment I stopped being in love with her. I didn't cry. I didn't scream. I just watched. Hands clenched, heart hollow. I downloaded the video and saved it. Then I started digging, learning everything I could about the guy. His name was Tyler. He owned a yoga studio in town called Soulflow, drove a hybrid, drank oat milk, posted videos about energy and alignment. I wanted to hate him, but what I felt was worse. I felt insulted. This wasn't someone who could replace me. He wasn't a better man. He was a soft-spoken fitness guru hiding behind spiritual jargon. He didn't steal my wife. She offered herself to him, and for that, they both had to face consequences. The first thing I did was split our finances. Quietly, I opened a separate account, rerouted my paycheck, and transferred just under 40 grand I'd saved on the side. She never knew. I left enough in our shared account to keep things looking normal. Then I went after Tyler. I created a fake persona. Nick Bryant, a supposed entrepreneur looking to open a chain of upscale wellness centers. I messaged him through a burner account, said I loved his content, wanted to meet to discuss a branding partnership. His ego ate it up. We arranged a meeting at a luxury condo I'd rented for the weekend under my real name. Marble everything, floor-to-ceiling windows, skyline view. I told Lena I had a last-minute business meeting. She barely looked up when I left. Tyler arrived right on time, 11 a.m. Saturday. Confident smile, hair tied back, tight black t-shirt, like he wanted to look effortless. I offered him espresso. We talked. He said I had grounded energy. I smiled. Then I said, "There's someone I want you to meet." I opened the bedroom door. Lena stepped out, expecting Nick. I had told her it was a surprise for a couple's wellness experience. She thought she was getting away with it again, but the only surprise was mine, standing beside Tyler. She froze, eyes wide, face drained. Tyler looked at her, then at me, confusion morphing into panic. "You remember Lena, don't you?" I asked calmly. She whispered my name like that would soften it. I motioned to the couch. "Please sit." They didn't move, so I played the footage, them laughing, kissing, her rubbing his feet on our couch, our dog in the background, her moaning his name. Tyler paled. Lena dropped into a chair. "You recorded us?" she asked, barely audible. "No," I said. "You recorded yourselves." "Forgot your phone was syncing with the cloud." She buried her face in her hands. Tyler stood like he might say something. I raised a hand. "Don't. I've seen the texts. You knew. You both knew. You joked about me. About how easy I was to fool. How she had me wrapped." They didn't speak again. Then I dropped the final card. "Your sponsors, they got a copy too. Plus screenshots of you bragging about seducing married clients. You might want to check your inbox." His face drained. He muttered something and turned for the door. But my friend, a former MMA fighter, was waiting in the hall, just in case. Tyler backed down quickly. Lena cried. Said she didn't know why she did it. Said she was lost. Said she still loved me. I really looked at her then, and I felt nothing, just exhaustion. I already filed the paperwork. I told her, "You'll be served Monday. Keep the house. I'll move out. The dog stays with me. Don't fight it. I have the vet bills and your text saying you couldn't deal with the shedding." She reached for me. I stepped back. That was the last time I saw her in person. I moved into a small loft and started over. Rebuilt everything. Quietly, steadily. Blocked her number. Deleted the photos. Spent time with real people who cared. And I never looked back. Tyler's studio folded 2 months later. A scandal surfaced. Something about him taking advantage of students. I didn't have anything to do with it. Karma just showed up. Lena tried to reach out. Different numbers. Voicemail saying she missed how I made her feel safe. But here's the truth. Some people don't want safety. They want chaos. They chase secrets, not stability. And when you give them your all, they don't see love. They see weakness. I'm not weak anymore. I built my peace from the ground up, and I made damn sure the ones who shattered it never get close to it.